And police hope the attack...
Oh. Good morning from Anglia News. More than 50 firefighters are tackling a blaze at a sports hall near Cambridge. The fire at Bottisham Village College was spotted by a passing police car just after 3 o'clock this morning. Crews from Cambridgeshire, Norfolk and Suffolk are currently at the scene. The building is said to be extensively damaged. The cause is not yet known. A substantial reward is being offered to catch the killer of Connie and Janice Sheridan, the mother and daughter found stabbed to death at their home at Upwell last month. Police are to give more details at a press briefing in Downham Market later this morning. The bodies of 79-year-old Connie Sheridan and her 45-year-old daughter Janice were discovered on January the 10th. Police have still not recovered the murder weapon. It's hoped today's offer of a reward will result in information which will lead to their killer. Police in Suffolk are hunting vandals who've attacked 7 churches in 10 days. All Saints at Barndandeston in Suffolk is one of the churches that have been targeted. The intruders have caused considerable damage in their vain search for cash. Police are appealing for the public's help in catching the culprits. The repair bill for the damage at the 7 churches is expected to run into several £1,000s. Essex Mounted Police could become a casualty of budget cuts. The county's fleet of motorcycles could also go as Essex Police Authority attempts to find savings of more than £7 million. Essex Mounted Section was formed in 1903. Today it has a team of 4 to carry out patrols and police football matches. Other proposed savings include filling more police posts with civilians. Up to 135 police posts could go, saving the authority nearly £2 million. The European Parliament is to look into a complaint from an Essex businessman about bank charges. South Essex Euro MP Richard Howitt has initiated a debate at Strasbourg into the cost of transferring money out of the UK.
Andrew Vaughan from Canewdon near Southend is no stranger to the European business world. But even he was surprised when his bank charged him £14 for transferring £100 to a Dutch bank. Transferring money the other way round is less than half the cost. He and Euro MP Richard Howitt were outside the NatWest Bank in Southend to highlight the level of commission charged on foreign transfers. Mr Vaughan says he cannot understand the cost he faced.
Well, I thought it was very excessive because I cannot believe that it takes that much work to transfer money through an electronic system from the UK to the Netherlands.
The European Parliament at Strasbourg will now consider an investigation into bank charges for foreign transfers. Richard Howitt says the aim is for greater transparency by British banks.
By using the European Parliament to force them to publish these charges and supporting people like Mr Vaughan, we're going to try and end that cosy practice and get the consumer a better deal.
NatWest say their tariff for payments abroad is similar to that of the other major UK banks. Compared with foreign banks, NatWest say there will inevitably be differences when comparisons are made. For instance, most NatWest personal customers do not incur charges for the UK banking transactions. Andrew Vaughan is not convinced. He says it would be cheaper for him simply to mail his cash abroad. Timothy Evans, Anglia News.
Well, the snow and ice are affecting the region again this morning after another cold night. In Norfolk, snow is the main problem with as much as 2 inches in places. The main routes have been gritted, but untreated minor roads will be slippery. And in Suffolk and Essex, there's been little snow, but ice is making driving conditions hazardous.
GMTV weather with Olvis, clearing the way to a brighter day.
Well, the cold snap is going to continue with further snow showers in the north, some of them heavy this afternoon. Southern areas, though, will miss out on the snow and they'll see some long sunny spells, but it will feel bitterly cold, temperatures at just 3 degrees. Tonight, more snow across Norfolk. Most other areas will be dry and clear with a widespread frost, temperatures down to -4. Good morning from Anglia News. Around 60 firefighters have been tackling a blaze at a sports hall near Cambridge. The fire at Bottisham Village College was spotted by a passing police car just after 3 o'clock this morning. Crews from Cambridgeshire, Norfolk and Suffolk were called to the scene. The fire is now under control, but the swimming pool and changing rooms have been extensively damaged. The other college buildings are unaffected. A substantial reward is being offered to catch the killer of Connie and Janice Sheridan, the mother and daughter found stabbed to death at their home at Upwell in Norfolk last month. Police have still not recovered the murder weapon. Police in Suffolk are hunting vandals who've attacked 7 churches in 10 days. All Saints at Barndardeston in Suffolk is one of the churches that have been targeted. The intruders have caused considerable damage in their vain search for cash. Jeff Capes, a giant of a man who used to throw a mean shot put, has turned his hand to breeding budgerigars. In these big hands, this ball of feathers may look small, but Jeff Capes from Spalding is now breeding some of the biggest budgies ever. Some of these birds are twice the size of a normal cage bird. Well, snow and ice are affecting the region again after another cold night. Yesterday's wintry scenes have been repeated. In Norfolk, as much as 2 inches of snow has fallen in places. In Suffolk and Essex, the snow has not been as heavy, but ice is causing problems instead. It's making driving conditions across the region difficult. And as if that wasn't enough, there's been a diesel spill on the A14 westbound at Kenford in Suffolk.
GMTV weather with Albus, clearing the way to a brighter day.
So on to the weather, and you can expect more snow showers in the north today, some of them heavy this afternoon. Southern areas, though, will miss most of the snow and they'll see some sunny spells, but it will feel bitterly cold, temperatures only 3 degrees. Tonight, more snow across Norfolk. Most other areas will be dry and clear with a widespread frost, temperatures falling to -4 degrees. Good morning. More than 60 firefighters were needed to tackle a blaze at a sports centre near Cambridge this morning. The fire at Bottisham Village College was spotted just after 3 o'clock. The swimming pool has been extensively damaged and other parts of the complex affected by smoke. The rest of the college was unaffected but will remain closed today. Crews are still at the scene damping down. A substantial reward is being offered to catch the killer of Connie and Janice Sheridan, the mother and daughter found stabbed to death at their home in Upwell last month. The bodies of 79-year-old Connie Sheridan and her 45-year-old daughter Janice were discovered on January the 10th. Police have still not recovered the murder weapon. It's hoped today's offer of a reward will result in information which will lead to the killer. Police in Norwich are becoming increasingly concerned about a 30-year-old man missing for more than 3 weeks. Stephen Adam Robinson is 6 feet tall and thin. He has fair, collar-length hair and sometimes wears glasses. He was last seen in the Queen's Arms public house in Magdalen Street. Essex Mounted Police could become a casualty of budget cuts. The county's fleet of motorbikes could also go as Essex Police Authority attempts to find savings of more than £7 million. Essex Mounted Section was formed in 1903. Today it has a team of 4 to carry out patrols and to police football matches. Other proposed savings include filling more police posts with civilians. Up to 135 police posts could go, saving the authority almost £2 million. Police in Suffolk are hunting vandals who've attacked 7 churches in 10 days. The intruders have caused considerable damage in their vain search for cash. Natalie Gray reports.
The Reverend John Ely, otherwise known as the Cooking Canon, surveys the damage at All Saints Church at Barndardeston. It's something the rector come celebrity chef has had to get used to. This is one of 7 churches attacked in 10 days.
In fact, it's been very tragic, really, because although they've broken in, they've taken no money because there's been no money to take. And it's fairly obvious by the way that everything else which has been movable has been left. They've only been interested in money. And it isn't even Peter's pence that has gone, but the damage which has ensued over the 7 churches must now run into at least a couple of £1,000s.
Another broken window at the tiny church of St Peter and St Paul in nearby Keddington. It's a similar story at churches at Little Bradley, Stradishall, Wixow, Little Ratting and here at Great Ratting. Police say they need the public's help to catch the culprits.
The crimes are linked. We've got officers dedicated to investigating those crimes. In addition, we've stepped up patrols in the area. What I do appeal for is, because some of these churches are in isolated locations, it's even more important than ever that we have help from the public and from members of neighbourhood watch schemes. So I do appeal, if they've got information or see any people or vehicles acting suspiciously, they must let us know immediately.
And so the clearing up continues at all 7 vandalised churches. Money isn't kept at any of them, and police hope the attacks will now stop. Natalie Gray, Anglia News.
Jeff Capes, a giant of a man who used to throw a mean shot put, has turned his hand to breeding budgerigars. In these big hands, this ball of feathers may look small, but Jeff Capes from Spalding is now breeding some of the biggest budgies ever. Some of these birds are twice the size of a normal cage bird. And that's all the Anglia News for now. We're back with more news at 12:20. Goodbye.
Anglia and Sun Life, helping you plan for tomorrow.
Bitterly cold today with snow showers in the north and east, with the south and west staying mainly dry and sunny, only 4 Celsius, 39 Fahrenheit. More snow showers for many parts tonight and a widespread frost down to -3. More snow tomorrow, but once again the west should stay dry and sunny.